What's up, guys? Happy Monday morning. I obviously haven't gotten ready yet because I just woke up and I ran into my office and started working on a few chores while I drank my coffee because I have a busy week ahead of me, and I figured I would bring you guys along and just show you once again what it's like to be in my shoes as the business owner. You guys always want to know what a normal day looks like or how a business owner lives their life, and so I'm going to bring you guys along. I just worked on a video on my computer. That's what I was doing this morning. A long time ago, a couple months ago, you guys probably remember if you've watched our channel for a while, that I started to change how we train our employees. Long story summarized as fast as I can for you guys. We trained through what's called osmosis, which means that we would hire someone, we would bring them on, and then once we had them as a part of our team, we would take one of our employees, like a manager or a shift lead, and we would have them train the new employees, which was great, and they did a wonderful job. It worked fine for a couple years. And then we started to just kind of like hone in on how we wanted to train. And we realized that what was happening when we would do that is people were getting inconsistent information. Not on purpose, but people would just tell them one thing, and then we'd be like, oh, well, actually we want them to do it this way. And then the trainees were getting frustrated. So then we switched our method of training, still osmosis, but what we decided to do was create study guides and quizzes. This way we could make sure that they're getting consistent information, and then we were quizzing them on the information to make sure they were actually apprehending what we were teaching them. So what we started doing is that when someone would start training, we have people train for 4 whole weeks, which might seem crazy, but coffee is, especially at a shop that has like high expectations, it's a lot to take in just 4 weeks. So what we would do is we would basically have a class, usually after hours. They would come in, we'd give them a binder, and inside of their binder, we'd go over a study guide. So let's say the study guide was on equipment. I would sit there, I would go through all the information with them, see if they had any questions on it. They would understand the information. Then we'd go walk into the back area and we would actually demonstrate what all the equipment was. So everything we just did on the study guide, we would go show them in person. Then they would be dismissed, they'd go home, they'd come back at a different day, either the next day or day after. The first thing they do when they get there is they would take a quiz on the information that we talked about, and then they would actually work a work day on that information. So if the information was equipment, for instance, they would take the class, come back, take the quiz, and then they would work practicing the equipment portion of our business. So it seemed to be working great, and we really love it. Here's what was happening. We were still having inconsistencies, and not on purpose, but basically what would happen is that we'd go through the study guide, and with one group, we would remember to tell them something. The next group, we'd forget to tell them something, and it was still just kind of wish-washy. The other thing is that it was taking a ton of our time because we'd have to do those classes after hours, and it just felt like, as a manager or as an owner, it was like we'd work all day, and then we'd go home, and then we'd have to come back at 8 o'clock to teach them how to do the class. And by that time we were tired and we were kind of burnt out. So then we were really not giving them the best information because it was like a pain in our hindsight. So we just knew we needed to change up our method. So bring on the new method. What we decided to do is that Casey and I took a good old tripod and this camera to the shop after hours, and I basically created videos that talked all about our equipment. Every element of the study guides I have transformed into videos. So the nice part about doing these videos is that, one, it's saving us so much time. Yes, I have to go after hours and film these videos, but once they're done, every employee just has to sit down at a computer, watch the videos. I don't have to sit there and go over the information every single time. The other thing is that the videos are consistent. So when they watch the information, every new employee is getting exactly the same information straight from my mouth, rather than through osmosis and other people teaching them. The other thing is that we're still going to have them take the quizzes, we're still going to have them read through their study guides, and we're still going to have them come in and practice the information we're talking about. It's just that these videos just streamline that process and make it so much easier for us to not have to go do these after-hour classes. All that being said, I have spent the last week or so sitting here and editing the videos to make sure that they are ready to go for all of the new employees. We just hired 2 employees within the last week, so I'm trying to get these done so that people can watch the videos and be ready to go for them. This entire process has taken me probably a full work week to get it all set up, so it hasn't been easy. But I'm hoping that it will help us in the future and will make our training even better, which means that we'll have better employees who will be ready to go faster. And in the end, we all win, right? I want our customers to be given the best possible product. And I hope that through the best possible training, that will happen. So back to work I go. I'm going to go ahead and go get ready first because I need to go to the post office, and then I'm going to go over to the coffee shop, see the girls there, help them out. I also really want a latte and I don't have an espresso machine at home. So that's my plan for the day. I'm going to bring you guys along and just show you what my day looks like and how this all works as a business owner. Keep in mind, this is our 6th year in business. In fact, yesterday we celebrated our 6th anniversary. So just a little feel good for us. So this is not how our life looked like when we first opened. It was real ugly when we first opened. We had no employees. I worked every day by myself. We had a little 10 by 10 foot building with no bathroom and no running water. Guys, it was awful. So this view that I'm giving you guys, my life at 6 years into the business, is so much different than it was on day 1. And I wish back then I could have filmed for you guys, but I actually have a clip. I'm gonna post the clip right now. I filmed this clip. We were like 1 week into business, and I want you guys to look how tired I was. I had filmed this for a friend. Her and I were this was back before like Marco Polo and Snapchat existed 6 years ago. I mean, maybe they did, but I didn't use them. So instead we would just send each other little videos on our phone, and I sent her this video, and I want you guys to watch it because I feel like it will show you how unbelievably tired I was and just how different things were back then than things are for me right now.
Hi! As soon as I start, this customer is gonna pull up. I already just have this feeling, but I'm really sorry. I didn't even watch your video until right now. I've just been running around like a crazy person, and I'm having a lot of fun. It's super, super, super rewarding, and I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be, so it's making me really happy, but I'm tired, really, really tired. I am here by 4:30 every morning, and I stay until 6:30 at night, so a little bit insane, just a little bit, but I'm gonna try do some homework. Every time I pull my homework out, a car pulls up, so I need to get it done, but I'm just tired, and I don't know. I don't want to be going to school right now, but I have to, so it's dumb. Anyways, I'm taking this opportunity to fix myself. I haven't even looked in the mirror, I've just been going, but anyways, you can see the coffee shop. Ta-da! Alright, I love you. I hope you're having a great day.
I love to be transparent and honest with you guys, and my life right now is like 300 times, those of you who are loyal followers, you know what just happened, 300 times easier than it was back then. And so I just like to be honest with you guys. If you're going to open your own coffee shop, your life isn't going to look like mine does right now. Yes, it does now. It looks awesome, and I don't have to wake up at a certain time. I mean, I do occasionally because I still go in and cover shifts for people or help out when my managers need it, but back in the day, it was 4 a.m. alarms every single day. Every single day. In fact, until about 6 months ago, it was still 4 a.m. alarms every single day. So just keep that in mind because I want you guys to get the truth, and I don't want you to feel like you're just gonna open a coffee shop and the next day you're just going to be like doing nothing. It's not the truth. And let me tell you, Casey just ran out the door like literally 10 minutes ago because one of our coffee shops, the grinder is acting funny and he believes it's a fuse issue. And that, you guys, is our lives. We basically have to be on call 24/7. You never just get to like hang out and do nothing. I cannot tell you guys how many times we have been like dead asleep or just sitting at home or in the middle of making dinner and I have turned off the stove and I've run out the door, because things happen all the time. And when you're the business owner, especially in a small business, you are the only one they call for that kind of stuff. You're the only one who knows how to fix that stuff. You're the only one who can make those really big decisions like that. Our managers do a great job at kind of yielding what comes to us, but at the same time, if your manager calls and says, I have a problem, you gotta be ready to go at all times, which is what Casey just did. So, okay, going to get ready for serious this time. And then I'll bring you guys along. All right, I'm dressed. Ah, ta-da. Okay, here's what I'm working on. So as some of you guys know, I run dual businesses. So I run the coffee shop and then I also run a photography business. I just had an engagement session yesterday, so I am packaging up all my film, sending it off to my lab. So I'm gonna get that done so that I can stop at the post office on my way to work. This training video is uploading. Let's see what it says left. It says over an hour, so that's gonna take a while. Mondays are usually my like power day to get everything done, just because I try to rest on the weekends so that I'm like good to go for the weekdays. So that's why I feel like there's like a million things I need to get done today, and one of those things is cleaning my house. I try to keep a clean house at all times. Not that I feel like I have to, and we honestly don't have that many people come over to our house, but when my house is clean, I just feel like my life and my stress and my anxiety are so much more in check. So I always try to keep the house clean. So I just have a few dishes I'm gonna do, get the laundry done, I need to vacuum, and I think I'll be set. Other than that, our house is pretty clean just because I try to clean it every single day. But I'm gonna get those chores done, head to the post office, and then head to work. So one of my managers has one of the new trainees right now, and the trainee is going to take one of their quizzes. So I'm just gonna call my manager and see if the quiz is working out for her. Hey, I just wanted to see if the quiz worked out.
If the what?
If the quiz worked out, like if you understood.
So I sent it from my phone to the Bracer Reader iPad, and then it sent it on that.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. And then, did he bring his binder?
Did you bring your binder? Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
So if you flip through the binder, you'll find a checklist, and then in that checklist is where you'll put his score for me.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Thanks, Kenz.
Thanks.
Bye. Okay, awesome. Just wanted to make sure. This is the first time we're officially doing the training this way, having them watch the videos and then taking the quizzes. So just wanted to make sure that worked out, and it sounds like it worked out great. So yay, we're off to a good start today. One thing that's super common for me is to be doing multiple things at the same time. I once read a study that said that no one can actually multitask, men or women. So I don't actually try to do like multiple tasks at the same time, but while something is going on, I'm already on to the next thing. So while the video is uploading, I was printing out my shipping labels and filling out the form for my film. I have a robot vacuum that is doing its thing in the living room because I need that to get done. I'm also taking care of like phone calls and stuff because the video is uploading and I could be doing a million other things while that's happening. One of the things that amazes me is how fast my plans for the day can change, especially on Monday for some weird reason. But I went from having no like concrete plans today, just things that I needed to get done, and now I have a meeting with a new employee for her orientation at 4:30. So it's like everything just kind of happens as it goes, and you have to be flexible and you have to be willing to just adjust your schedule. So laundry's going, vacuum's going, put my sheets in the wash, all that good stuff. I need to go finish the dishes. The video is still uploading. I've got my film all ready to go to the post office. I was just trying to let the video finish uploading before I left the house because I want to take my laptop with me so that I can get some work done. I actually have some film scans that are due from the lab today for a wedding that I photographed a couple of weeks ago, so I'm excited to get to work on those, and so I want my laptop with me so that I can work on that at work. Oh my gosh, guys, I've already worked up a sweat. I probably shouldn't have worn this sweater because I am dying inside my house, but I just finished up all of my chores here at the house. The video finished uploading, which is awesome. Casey wants to grab lunch with me, so I'm going to head over to the coffee shop. I told him to just bring food over there, and I will just eat there while I'm working on some other projects. It's amazing, you guys, how busy you can be when you don't even really have like a job to go to. You know, there's just so much stuff to get done. And the hardest part about being a business owner is that you have to be disciplined enough to do all that work by yourself. No one is telling you to do it. You have to just like get up and get it going and get it all done. If I want a clean house, I have to take care of it. If we want our laundry done, I have to do it. And I know that you guys understand that as well, but then there's like the whole side of the business. If I want us to be better, if I want us to have awesome training, if I want our employees to be happy and have the tools that they need to do their job, like I have to do that stuff because no one else is going to do it for me. Holy crapola, guys, I'm out the door finally. It's so much later than I wanted it to be. It is almost 1:30 and I was hoping to get out at like noon, but that's okay. As long as I get what I need to get done for the day, that's all that really matters to me. The nice part about, I guess, self-employment is that things can get pushed to tomorrow unless it's something with a deadline. Like if I'm editing a session and I gave someone a contracted time for when their photos need to be done, I'm afraid this might fall as I back off the driveway, then, you know, in that case, I need to make it a priority. But as long as I prioritize what things I need to get done and when, then if I have to move something to the next day, that's okay. I can do that. So today I'm just trying to get all the stuff that I put off over the weekend done, and anything that feels like a priority, I want to get that done as well. So it's all right that I'm a little behind schedule. I had to get the house picked up. That was a priority for me because like I told you guys, even though no one really comes over, I feel so much better, and then I start my week off so much better when I have that done. So that's something that I make a priority in my life. It's not something that others maybe make a priority, but I feel so much better, and that's really all that matters, is that. So finally off to the post office, then lunch with Casey, then some work at the coffee shop, and then probably my meeting with that girl. By that time, if it's almost 1:30, 3 hours is gonna go by really fast. So that's where I'm off to. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm at the coffee shop still, working on some projects. I've gotten a ton of applications today out of nowhere, which is great, but I just hired. So I'm like kicking myself because some of them are great applications. So we'll see what I do with that. Also, I am working on a Barista Tip Tuesday. So if you follow us on social media, every Tuesday we've been posting a tip for our customers. A lot of people are intimidated by the coffee language. What is a breve? What is a latte? What is a mocha? What do those mean? And so every Tuesday we've been posting just little short clips, about a minute long, to help our customers understand some of that lingo. So that's what I'm working on right now. I still haven't gotten my scans from the lab yet, so I'm kind of sad about that because I was wanting to get some editing done, but that's okay. I have tomorrow, right? I just finished that meeting with my employee, by the way. Things went great. She watched the video. She understood it all. These videos are working out. If you guys don't do this yet, I'm serious, you need to consider it for training. Alrighty guys, it is, I haven't even looked at the time, 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna head home now. My scans did come in. They turned out great. I'm so excited to be able to start editing the wedding. Because I shoot film and then I also shoot some digital, what I like to do is I go through and what's called culling. It's where you go through and say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no to all the images. So I already culled the wedding, but I didn't start going through and adjusting colors or anything yet because I was waiting until my film came back. And once I get my film back, then I use the film, the colors of the film, as like an indicator of how I should edit the rest of the wedding. So I waited until the film got back. I already went through and culled the film because there was a few times where I was trying to shoot, it's really technical and you guys probably don't even care. I'll say it fast. I was trying to shoot at too slow of a shutter speed for the film, and so a few of the images had a little bit of motion blur. But culled those out, and I will now start editing. So I think I'm gonna head home, make Casey and I dinner, and then I'll sit down, turn on a good old Hallmark Christmas movie, and start editing the wedding now that I have all of those in. I do have one more set of scans coming in, and they're coming in tomorrow, and it's all of the black and white film that I shot at the wedding. Their departments at my lab do two different, like black and white does one and color does another. So my black and white scans will come in tomorrow. I'm excited to see those. So overall, you guys, today was a great day. I feel like I ended up getting a lot done that I needed to, but there's of course so much more that I could do and need to do. The Tip Tuesday was a really big one that was like time sensitive, so I'm glad that I remembered to do that this evening because today's Monday and tomorrow is Tuesday and I have to get that out to our viewers. So we're doing that one tomorrow, and then we are gonna hang up Christmas decorations at the shop tomorrow before it gets too cold. And before Casey and I leave town this weekend, because this weekend is my birthday. So Casey has something fun planned for us this weekend, and I'm excited to see what he has planned. He's always so good at little surprises like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just pulling in the driveway and I'm excited to relax, make dinner, and get some editing done. I'll see you guys soon. You guys, bonus footage. It's 11:30 p.m. and I'm still editing. I should probably go to bed, but there was just so much editing to do. So I've been working on it, and I'm kind of on a roll right now, but I should stop. Such great bonus footage. Anyways, have a great night, guys. I'll see you soon.